Now we will be discussing some of the aggregate functions such as count, sum, average, min and max. First is the count function. Count function will return the count of the expression that you have mentioned. So for example, if you want to find out the number of sales that you have done, you can count the number of sales lines that you have to get the total number of sales that you have done. Or you want to find out the count of customers with name starting with A, then again count function will help you. The syntax of count function is you select the column names if you want. Count will be written as count and then you give the column name of the column of which you want the count. So it will count number of non-null values in that column after it has applied the condition. So if you have mentioned any where clause, it will check the condition, and after that if there is any non-null value in that particular column which you have mentioned after the count, it will give that particular count. So let's look at some of the examples to understand this. So this first example where I have written select count star from sales, it will go to the sales table and it will look at all the records and it will give back the count of all the rows in that particular table. Let us go and write this in the PG admin interface. Select count star. Remember that I put this star within brackets. Whatever column name you want to mention, you have to put it into brackets. From sales, sales is the table name. When I run this, I get a count of 9,994. This is the total count, but if you notice the column name is written as count, this may not make any sense to anyone who looks at this count. That is why we will be using aliases and mention count star as the total count of sales, something like that, so that we get the right column name. Now imagine if you want to find out that how many orders that particular customer has given and how many products that particular customer has ordered. If we go and look at the sales table by just doing select star from sales. So for example, this first customer with customer ID CG12520, it has two entries on the top. Those two entries have the same order ID, which means it was one single order in which two different products was ordered. So the product ID in both these two rows is different. So if I want to find out count of all the orders that this particular customer has given and the count of different products that this customer has ordered, I'll start typing select. I'll select the count of order lines. So each separate order line is giving me the number of products that particular customer has ordered. So I'll name this as number of products ordered. And then I'll find out the count of order IDs, distinct order IDs. If I do not write distinct here, repetitive order IDs will be counted multiple times as number of orders. And this will be from the table sales, where customer ID will be this CG12520. Select this query and run it. So you can see the column names are the ones that we provided, and this particular customer ordered 3 times. He gave 3 orders, but one or more of the orders had multiple products in it. So total number of products ordered by this customer is 5. Next we will look at how to use sum function.